here, and we're going to rock out. All right, so this is the ace match between Mirage and Good Luck Have Fun. This is a best-of-3 match in the SC Reddit Open number 13. I am Harlequin and honored and delighted to have Absentis with me today. And this is a great map because this was relatively new with the... Oh, no. This has been around... Wait, was this new off of the last patch? Am I getting my patch details screwed up? Yeah, so this is a kind of fun map. I do like the flow of it. And latency feels pretty good this game. It looks like we got a good stream going here. So... yeah, we've seen some pretty confusing strats by both players. I got to say that the 2 games that we saw so far didn't strike me as typical Zerg Protoss games. Both players were a little awkward in their macro and their micro. No, well, not necessarily micro, but in terms of their like overarching strategy and unit composition, it was kind of weird and awkward. So I'm going to be kind of curious to see if anybody is going to go with just a standard straight up play this game or not.
Yeah, in this game, getting your expansion up is really easy. You have a backdoor expansion. It is guarded by rocks. So for both players, it's very easy. Now, what's difficult is getting your third base up, and that's particularly challenging for Zerg. You can go to the sides. You can try and go in the middle. The middle, of course, being very narrow and constrictive. So the usual kind of Zerg tactics of swarming around and flanking don't really apply. And those side expos are just really far away. So Zerg might try to get 2 base, get a strong army together, and push then. I doubt Zerg is really going to be looking to go to the late game. Ooh, and a pylon going down to block that expansion. Very tricksy by the Protoss player.
Oh, I hate that. We'll see if he lets it finish or if he's just going to cancel it. That's usually, yep, he cancels it there. Not too bad. Not too bad. But looks like not to be deterred, Good Luck Have Fun goes for spawning pool first, which to me always seems weird. I think you either want to go hatchery first or you want to go gas first. But that's maybe just my playstyle, but I happen to think you always should get speedlings regardless of your build order. But we'll see where he's going to go with that. But that always throws me off a little bit when I see players do that, because that was a very beta style thing, was to just get your spawning pool first and then a hatchery and then worry about speed later. But he's going to go for gas second. Double gas second. What the hell?
I believe this is going to be a roach opening. The better roach openings that I've been told about would be you get like a pretty late pool, maybe 15, and you get your gas after your pool. Obviously, the roach warren costs minerals, no gas. You get that down, and then you slowly accumulate gas afterwards. And no gas mining, but double extractors. Okay, now we get gas. A lot of minerals. He's going to want to expand, although there's a probe there again. I'm going to have to chase him out with Zerglings.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him do that, because getting double gas right off the bat really hurts you, because taking 6 guys off of mining and throwing them on a gas is really hindering. Even if you go, like, my favorite push of all time is the 5 roach rush, where you research speed right off the bat, and then you get 5 roaches, then you attack with your 5 roaches, then you back it up with speedlings. And you could do that all off of 1 early gas, usually. So double gas right off the bat like that just seems really odd to me. But, we shall see. But again, I'm going to castigate him a little bit for not getting ling speed and not prioritizing that, because if you're going to have any amount of lings, always get ling speed. It's so useful.
Well, he is going for fast layer, and I'm not going to make any predictions this game, because last time everything I said was totally false. Okay, I'm going to say it anyways. I think we're going to see... Yeah, fast mutas. And it looks like it's going to be a 4 warp gate rush Protoss. You see a probe meandering on the left side of the map. Probably going to go down near those rocks, put a pylon there, and you can warp in units across that gap and get in directly into the back door. But evidently he's just going to mine and
5 minerals, long distance mine. Yeah, good substitution for an expo. Just a single probe, long distance mine. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I like that call. That's a cool play.
Yeah, and really good based on what the Zerg player is doing, which is just macro up, I suppose. Took guys off gas for a bit, putting guys back on gas.
Oh. Okay. Keep guessing here, just fast Hydra build on. I guess you don't see that too often.
Yeah, especially on this map. It seems long to me. That just might be some kind of personal bias, but it just seems like a longer map to.
Yeah, in order to make fast hydras viable, you kind of need map control because you want the creep spread everywhere. And this is a very awkward map to spread creep on because you got so many tight little hallways and ramps up and down and stuff like that. It's you can't spread creep everywhere you need. You kind of want a big open space with lots of creep in order to fight with hydras. And here, there's lots of cliffs flanking you, and it's just awkward kind of to play on.
Ooh, and
there's the backdoor drop right now.
Yep.
Like he has enough speedlings to do some damage to that, but the spine crawlers are all shifting around right now, realizing this is a long-term threat.
That's right. Ground weapons, level 1 for Protoss, excellent against a unit that's against a Zergling army rather, to 2-shot instead of 3-shot. Going to allow the spines to go down though. Not going to be able to do extra damage because they're light units. Spines do +5 to armored. These zealots just seem to be running around. Might be going to the main, but that'll allow all these Zerglings that are coming out to be able to surround them. And spine crawling range, that's pretty good for Zerg.
So just some damage. Single Hydra coming out now. Maybe he'll be able to get some damage going there. Even the single Hydra, you can see they have such high DPS against gateway units. I really love that. But boy, this is actually looking kind of tough for Good Luck Have Fun here. These zealots are really paying their bills. Finally doing some probe damage here as well, or drone damage, I suppose it is.
Yeah, Good Luck Have Fun taking out that pylon, so no more reinforcements. But of course, Protoss now has the time to expand, and those zealots they've done more than worth their cost. Good Luck Have Fun is down to only 14 harvesters to Protoss's 30, so definitely worth the investment. And Protoss is definitely in a commanding lead.
Yeah, that's one of those great early game rushes because it was very low cost for him. A single pylon and about 4 or 5 zealots, maybe 6 if he replaced a few of them. But really cheap compared to the amount of how much he was able to throw Good Luck Have Fun off of his game. Just that he kept him contained in his base. He had him playing with his army back and forth, messing around with spine crawlers, just really screwing up his APM. And that's pretty good. And he got his expansion almost completely up now. We'll see if these lanes can do any harassment on it for the time being. But looks like Mirage is putting himself into a good late game position, and whereas we haven't really seen Good Luck Have Fun's early game materialize at all, he's really low on drones, and only has a few Hydras who are slow as hell trying to push into this front gate here.
This is pretty dangerous because those force field, there's a stasis will be. Wow, I corrected myself incorrectly. Gonna come back up to try again, but those sentries have plenty of energy. Gonna be able to nice. It'll take out those Zerglings that managed to sneak up. And Protoss, defended back gate with that cannon. That's gonna stop any kind of Zerglings attacking it. Hydras will be able to attack it, of course, but with a Robo Bay going down, Protoss will definitely be able to handle this.
Yeah, Hydras, and for any Zerg players out there, you kind of know this feeling. Hydras really need 2 bases. They're pretty expensive units. It's hard to pay for 100 minerals and 50 gas. I know. Most other races are like, oh, geez, whatever. But you really need a lot of Hydras, and that cost is kind of prohibitive. And if you have a crippled econ like Good Luck Have Fun has right now, with he's just barely getting his main back on his feet. Although his expansion's okay, it's really hard to pump him out in the amounts that you need, especially when you're so slow and you're getting picked off by little sentries and things like that with shield placements and that sort of thing. So he's kind of in a tough position here, and I really think I give the map control to Mirage. Even though, well, not map control, but I give the game control to Mirage. But we'll see how he's able to deal with this, because it looks like Good Luck Have Fun is going to shoot down these rocks right now.
Yeah, and I have to lend it to Zerg for drilling up really hard. The difference between harvesters is only just shot up to 8, but definitely investing a lot there. Protoss obviously sees the damage being done, moving around his troops, and shooting off with a couple nice force fields and stalkers blinking, but may not need them. Nope, target firing the cannon, splitting the forces completely in half. Zerg has to retreat.
At least having those force fields down on the ground actually let Zerg retreat, because that's the worst thing, is trying to run a smaller number of Hydras away from a bunch of stalkers. And just to answer some questions, I hear some people asking out in the chat today. This is the SC Reddit Open number 8, and this is the best of 3 ace match, so between Mirage and Good Luck Have Fun. I'm Harlequin, and with me is Absentis. But yes,
hey guys.
Tournament is running, signups are closed. Just to answer some of the random questions I see floating around out there.
Alright, third expo by Zerg. was able to put on a little bit of pressure and expand at the same time, getting an infestation pit, so probably looking towards hive tech. Let me check his vision really quickly. I don't believe he has any vision of the Robo Bay or really any of that tech, which is pretty bad considering he's not going to be able to react to these double Robo facilities pumping out Colossi.
Double Colossi already out, 2 more on the way. That is the army to look out for. This is like the Nightmare Doom army for Zerg. I don't know a single Zerg that confidently will play against Stalker, Sentry, and Colossi. There's no good way to fight it. You fight it by losing tons of units and hope that you kill more of theirs. But
yeah, Zerg poked in, saw the Colossus, ran away, and is making a spine, not a spine, making a spire, no doubt for no doubt for all I can think of is our Colossus. Yeah, but Corruptors.
There we go.
Possibly Mutas.
Yeah, he needs like 4 times as many Hydras if he wants to fight this with ground only. Even with like 4 Corruptors in the air and twice as many Hydras, this would be a tough battle. So I think he's going to get outproduced here. Just by the pure numbers that I'm seeing on the ground, he's not going to be able to fight, especially with level. He's got 1/1/1 upgrades on all of his units too. That's a hard fight for Zerg.
Yeah, this Exo is going to be sacked. We've got pathogen glands for infestors. Not really sure how well they'll be able to fare. Perhaps with Neuroparasite, you might be able to take advantage of a few Colossi, but for the moment, Hydras, and finally we have Corruptors coming out now, so might be able to delay long enough, but it's looking really precarious for Zerg right now.
I do not want to be in this position to find the Zerg player. This is a horrible army, and he just doesn't have the numbers at the moment here. He needs, like I said, he needs 4 Corruptors and twice as many ground units, including Roaches and Hydras, if he wants to really fight that. And he's got 7 Corruptors coming, which I think is overkill, honestly. Because, the frustrating thing about Corruptors is they don't really win you the fight. It just puts pressure on him to back his Colossus away. It just gives you that little distance that you need, because the Stalkers can easily fight them down. He'll kill like 1 or 2, but then he'll end up losing a lot of Stalkers. And there he goes, sniping one, but just in time for another one to show up, and meanwhile he's just losing Corruptors. So just going to try and help them keep their distance, and just like that. So he pushes them away to the back while the Stalkers are pushing in, but really it's not exactly a hard counter. It's just, it gives you a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, you said that spot on. Using Corruption on those Colossi